What's up, y'all? Welcome to an impromptu video. I had to put this out here really quick. So I'm gonna review the movie The Hunt. I've been wanting to watch it for a while. I just watched it, and there's my hand, and I really enjoyed it. But so I want to talk about it right now. So a bunch of spoilers coming. I just want to see new stuff I added, and then we'll get to all that good stuff. Right here, it's the ass of Bardock and Piccolo. Piccolo is one of my favorite Dragon Ball Z characters. Bardock is Goku's father. And then, I don't know if I updated this, but I got the Terminator from T1, the original. Got them all up in here because this is now my movie thing. The one I got today is the one I was going to order online, but I went to Walmart and found him. It's Ash from Evil Dead. His neck looks weird. And then we got the book right there. Yo-yo! And then, I had to, because I'm going to get John Wick action figure. So, Keanu Reeves the man. So, there's a new video game coming out called Cyberpunk. I think I just covered the mic. Anyways, Cyberpunk. I'm gonna get the game. It looks fantastic, but got a right front and center, man. My boy Keanu Reeves up in here. So yeah, I'm gonna get that. But now I'm coming into this room. Nobody's here right now. Gonna get the house to myself. I'm gonna flip it back over, get in front of the camera, and talk about this movie. Yo, Alright, we're all set up, and I'm pretty sure that's angled right at my face. Anyways, so yes, I'm still doing tomorrow's video. Can't wait to roast these little boys. Anyways, so I wanted to watch this movie, The Hunt. The premise is these rich people gather these other people, and they hunt them. This movie has a wonderful variety cast, and spoiler warnings, I'm going to spoil this ever-loving crap out of this movie, because I just, man, right away. So, the premise of the movie, and when it starts out in the beginning of the movie, is a bunch of liberals. They call them the elite liberals, or the elite left, and they're rich, and they hunt people for sport. That's what the beginning of this movie. There's some really cool interactions. They kill about everybody right away. It's mind blowing. I can't say. I'm awful with names. The blonde girl. She's from horror movies. She gets her head blown off by a sniper shot. Like that. Before then, she makes friends with one of a guy I really like. He plays the brother in This Is Us, the pretty one. I liked him before then because of Smallville. He played Oliver Queen. He played the Green Arrow first. He's not Stephen Amell, but I like him a lot. He saves this girl who tripped and fell in the hole, and then he steps on a fucking landmine. This fucking movie. So everybody, I thought. Then there's a comedian who dies. I am awful with names. 3 people get to a gas station, find out it's just staged. They think they're in Arkansas. So one eats one of the food, the convenience store food. It's poisoned. She goes down. The other one gets gassed. And then the final one gets blown in the chest with double barrel shotgun. Then you hear on the radio that Snowball is coming, and she's unarmed. So Snowball gets there, and right away I can tell that this is protagonist. I gotta say this, protagonist and antagonist of this movie are perfect. Great female leads in this movie all around. I'm not one of those people who bitch about, well, you whitewash or you like. Okay, I understand the bitching on both sides. I get trying to watch, being an anime fan, trying to watch a live action of something that's set in anime, because most of the time when it's set in anime, we more think of Japanese culture, or, you know what I mean? We think of Asian culture watching Japanese, because that's where it comes from. So, like, Ghost in the Shell was just awful. I love everybody in it. Scarlett Johansson is fantastic, but the movie sucked, and I get it. They also tried a live-action Death Note. But I get the other side too. Just putting people in it, just making a movie just to make the movie. The all-female cast Ghostbusters was just awful. It was an SNL sketch the whole entire movie. Like, come on, man. There's compromise. You know, can't we just pick people to fit the narrative? Sorry, I'm getting off topic. So women lead this movie, and I think it's fantastic. I think that they are perfect. I think it fits the story. I think they are not forced in there. They're written in there beautifully. It's got like a 6 by critics, a 60 on Rotten Tomatoes. I have to score it higher than that. I'm going to have to give it an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed the movie. I don't nitpick like some people, and it probably just got... And then you got to deal with the trolls who are like, oh, you know... Anyways, too much. I give it an 8. So, you can tell right away that this woman is smart. She has a southern accent, but she buys a pack of cigarettes, and in her sock is stashed emergency money. Now that's an indication that you prepare for shit to happen. If you got emergency money on you, just in case you lose your wallet, bam. I don't even do that. So right away you can tell. And then they give her the cigarettes, she buys them, and then she realizes that something's off. She texts the couple who are in charge of the store. She kills them both. Before she kills the female, she says that cigarettes are $6 in Arkansas. That's how clever she is. She knew a pack of cigarettes in Arkansas were $6, and the lady charged her like just below 10. I think gave her a 10 back and change. I think it was a quarter, a dime, and a nickel. So like 35, 40 cents. So $9.60. That's like New York State prices. Anyways, so then she goes for the truck and sees there's a tripwire. Like, this woman is like getting it. She does run into another survivor, another really good, funny guy. He's a bigger guy. Again, horrible names. He played in The Butterfly Effect. He was Ashton Kutcher's friend. He's also played in other movie. He kind of plays like the big lovable giant. Anyways, so she noticed some tracks from before. They get on the tracks. They find a train. There's refugees on the train. Before that, she rips off the license plate for the truck and realizes and looks underneath it. And at that time, you can see the license plate, and you can tell that they're not even in the United States at this point. That's a foreign license plate. So, they follow the track. They get on the train. There's refugees. They are stopped by military. She's smart enough to put the guns up so they get off. When they get off, they find out that one of the refugees is one of the rich people pretending to be a refugee. He gets to them. Like, he's mocking them. He's pretending he doesn't speak English, and he's mocking them. The dude had enough, pulled out, or tackles on the ground, pulls out one of his grenades and shoves it down his pants. He takes off. She ends up being detained. Then she finds one of the other guys who was wearing an Air Force hat, an older gentleman. They were getting rescued, and while they're in the car, the guy driving was asking them, what do you think you're here for? Why do you think these people hunted you? Like, what did you do? You must have done something. And it just clicks to her that, yeah, he's not there to help him. So she pulls on the we call it the oh shit grip, lifts her legs up, turns around, kicks him, and then opens the door, throws him out, drives the car backwards, and squishes his head. The other guy's flipping out. He's like, he could have saved us. Yeah, she pops the trunk, and the other guy, the guy from before, he's dead with a knife stuck in his head. Then she finds a map and says, they're going to take him there. He says, well, maybe they want us to go there. And she tells them, I'm going to guess it's the Grimm version of The Tortoise and the Hare. She calls it the Jackrabbit and the Box Turtle. It's the same story. The Jackrabbit falls asleep, the Box Turtle wins. However, it goes on from there that I didn't know the rest of the story. Apparently, the Jackrabbit got so pissed off, he showed up at the turtle's house while the turtle was eating with his turtle family, proceeded to kill all the turtles, the whole family, and made him watch, then killed him, and then proceeded to eat all of his dinner. And dude's like, your mom told you that story? And she's like, yeah. That in the end, the Jackrabbit always wins. So it's messed up, man. But it's gotta be like a Grimm. Anyways, so instead of going to the manor, they go to where they started. There was a bunker where they're shooting from. She outsmarts everybody. She throws a pig down the slide to get everybody's attention. They all freak out because it's a bunch of liberals. Like they hired a guy to help train them. I'm probably too close to the camera. To help train them to shoot. Turns out this all started because a year before they made a joking text. It was a group text. And they made a joking text about hunting right-winged people. Gun owners, actually. And they all got fired because it leaked. And didn't make the company look good, so they all had to resign. So because of this, then they got the idea to hunt people. So almost all of the hunters, what's left of the hunters, except for the main female, are in the bunker. And they freak out and shoot the pig. While they're distracted, she single-handedly took them all out. Even the military guy. And he's sitting there before she kills him, and he realizes that she served. And he's like, you served? And she's like, yep, Afghanistan. And she's like, you serve? And he said National Guard. Then she thanked him for his service, found out where the last, where the head lady was, and then shoots him in the head after thanking him for his service. She goes, finds the head lady. No weapons, and they're sitting in the kitchen, and she's talking to her. She's like, she reads her post, and the army. I don't even know. There's no tattoos. I thought maybe she was going to show off like a Marine Corps tattoo or something, because I know the Marines all have that thing where they tattoo the Marine Corps on themselves. It's a tradition. So I don't know what branch she served, but so the lady reads this tweet, and she's like, "It's not." She laughs. She goes, "It's not me. You got the wrong girl. There's another girl in my city that has the same exact name as me, except for she spells her name in the movie is Christine." She's like, she spells it with an E. This whole time they've been calling her Snowball. So they get in this huge fight, and it's freaking awesome. It's one of the greatest fights ever. So they're both laying on the ground, dying, and the antagonist looks at her and goes, "May I ask you a question? Are you really the wrong Christine?" And she goes, "Yes, ma'am." And she dies. And the other one is looking like she's going to. And the outside door happened to be open. They're in the kitchen on the floor. A jackrabbit and walked in. And with that, she looked at the jackrabbit, got up, fixed her wound, cauterized it, which I know it's fake, but it's still, puts on a nice gown, some high heels, finds the jet, the private jet, and has the pilot and the stewardess fly her home. And it shows her sitting there with the stewardess, and before the opening scene was the stewardess asking the guy, if he wanted any snacks. He's like, she's talking about caviar, and he says, "Have you ever had any?" She said no, and he goes, "It's really good." Well, they had the same conversation, except for she goes, "Sit down and try some." She's sitting there with the stewardess, and she's drinking this champagne that was found by they had to have a robot. There was a sunken ship. It's on a sunken ship, so they had a robot go down and retrieve this priceless wine or champagne. And she's drinking it, and she goes, "How good is it?" And she goes, "Fucking fantastic." And that's how they end the movie. But holy cow, this movie's freaking awesome. And Snowball, that's what shocked her at the end. She goes, why do you keep calling me Snowball?" And she goes, "Well, it's a reference to Animal Farm." And she goes, "But why?" She goes, "Why am I Snowball?" She goes, "You should be Snowball." Snowball was the one that was the idealist and was ostracized by the rest of the pigs because he wanted to make the farm better. And she looked at her with a shocked, that's right before she asked if she was the real one. She looked at her with a shock on her face, and she goes, "You read Animal Farm?" I've read Animal Farm. I absolutely love Animal Farm. But, so the whole movie itself is commentary on, spots in there where the, liberals don't know how to shoot. They need somebody to teach them. That's funny. They don't know gun. They're poking at everything. How rednecks would act. It is all stereotypes. It is. It's how we perceive each other. And I absolutely love it. I know I spoiled the movie, but go watch it. I'm probably going to watch it again. So, that being said, much love. JD out. Now I get this button. So, you're with me for a couple more seconds.